Hey, what's up guys, BDD here. Today we'll be reviewing an Instagram account called Diets Don't Work HAES. This is gonna be a painful one. I already went through r/men join women and I thought that was the worst thing I've ever seen, but I was wrong. I've seen way worse after looking at this Instagram account called Diets Don't Work HAES. This Instagram account, it's not exactly the official account for the said movement, Health at Every Size, which is also a dog shit movement that advocates that you can be healthy at any given weight. And they claim that there's something called infinity fat, where you literally can be as fat as you want and be healthy, which is total fucking bullshit. We'll be discussing the Instagram account itself, and I'll be sparkling tips of health, etc., and trying to make these people seem more idiotic than they're already presenting themselves as, because advocating for this movement is pretty goddamn stupid. I have a level of prejudice towards this group. I don't mean like prejudice is bad, I just don't like them, people that are part of said community, because when it comes to HAES, it's just the worst. It's so toxic. I fell for the rhetoric a couple of years back. I literally spent some time thinking that I could be obese, morbidly obese at one point, and be healthy, which is a complete and utter fucking lie. You cannot be 300 pounds and be like, what, 5'5" and be healthy, like Tess Holliday claims, which, yeah, I'll be talking about her in the future. Tess Holliday is also one of those fat activists, but she's for another day, not today. I'll be going through some of the posts that I've saved, because sometimes they delete them, which is completely understandable. They upload shit all the time. Why not take a little bit of stench of the platform now here, you know, from now and then, okay? We're gonna go through this infographic. Last time that I talked about an infographic, y'all liked it, so I'm gonna do this again. So let's read this. Did you know that you can decline getting weighed at the doctor's? First of all, it's necessary that your doctor knows your weight. Maybe you're going for medical reasons. Maybe you think you have the Ronas, but in reality, you're just very fat, that your neck fat is literally choking you to death. Maybe they need to know your weight so they can prescribe you a good medication, and it's completely necessary to literally get your weight then and there, not getting your weight from like 5 years ago. It's a necessity that the doctor knows your weight. If you don't want to give your weight to the doctor, good for you, go ahead. But since this is mainly for, you know, fat advocates and whatnot, it mainly comes off as, yeah, for fat people. If you're
fat, hey, you're very insecure about your own fucking weight, you can just decline getting weighed. That's how, if you're so insecure that that 3-digit numbers offend you, well, you have the option to not be offended, to not get triggered.
But doesn't it tell the doctor about my health? No! Your weight is simply a measure of Your weight is simply a measure of gravity. Health is determined by your health behaviors and genetics. In terms of numbers, your blood work provides far more useful data. Here's the thing, I could literally be 500 pounds and my blood work being decent, which is mainly impossible. But either way, there's many other health risks, even if your blood work is well. Also, even though you might have decent blood work, what about chronic diseases you might get because of excess weight? Do you know the diseases Here's the complete list of every single disease you're most likely to get if you are obese to morbidly obese. I do agree that weight doesn't tell somebody how healthy you are. That I do agree with. I am slightly overweight. And yeah, I do consider myself to be quite healthy. I exercise pretty often. I also have a decent diet. I try to balance it. Of course, there's slip-ups here and there, but we're all human. I try my best to stay healthy, and I've lost a lot of weight in the past year or so, which I mentioned on my Instagram account. So that's something that I'm very proud of, because I put the dedication. So when it comes to this, when it comes that you can't tell somebody's health through their weight, that is something that I do agree with. But, and it's a big but, by the way, in this case, you're trying to make an argument that your weight doesn't say, you know, like getting weight doesn't specify your health, but it does show what sort of diseases you're most likely to get the bigger you are. And when it comes to weight, saying that it's a measure, saying that weight is simply a measure of gravity, dude, this is fucking stupid. It's idiotic. It's not just about gravity. It's literally your body. If you are literally a ball of grease and you weigh 500 pounds, you're not gonna be, oh, if I went to Mars, well, what my weight would be, what, like 180? I'm not fat. It's just here on Earth, I am fat. And I will be the same on Mars because I still have the same amount of a weight on. You know, even in different planets, the grease will never go away. So this is just fucking stupid. And when it comes to your health behaviors and genetics, yeah, genetics do play a role when it comes to weight and everything. But, hey, come here, Tuts. Your weight is also helpful for data. You know that blood work does give useful data, but also knowing your exact weight is also important. Like, what if it all depends on what the doctor is trying to get. Because really, if you're this overweight that you are insecure about numbers, then yeah, I think that you shouldn't try to justify it. Saying that blood work either way is gonna give you more results is kind of ignorant, because who spent 12 years in the university studying to learn about the human body and physique compared to you being like, oh no, I don't want to get weighed. Well, tough shit for you. Less data for the doctor, less data that he can get to diagnose you properly. Isn't it necessary? No! Your weight is rarely relevant except in situations such as being prescribed a dose-dependent medication, and also when your weight is literally fucking killing you, or when said weight is actually detrimental towards your health. Whether you're very fat or very skinny, even though this only advocates for fat bodies, nowhere does it say skinny bodies are good at all. Like, it's so one-sided towards fat people like myself. Like, I want to see skinny people get the same representation as fat people are getting nowadays. Like, very skinny bodies are just as bad as very obese bodies, very morbidly obese bodies. Why don't I see anything on this page, which, by the way, you won't find at all? It's important to know your weight besides dose-dependent medication. Also, if you're at the doctor's because you're having some sort of medical issue, then he's most likely going to give you a medication, which, by the way, you need to get weighed. So you're going to be at the beginning, oh, I don't want to get weighed, and then you have to get weighed because he has to give you proper medication. So why go through all this hassle and not just get weighed? Because of all of these diseases that you might get, a doctor getting your weight is very important to get a proper diagnosis. Then again, just saying that your weight is rarely relevant is pretty fucking moronic. You're really that insecure about numbers. But what do I say? Try, I'll skip being weighed today. Thanks. That sounds so fucking condescending. Like, it sounds something a Karen would say. Unless it's medically necessary, I would like to skip that part. Bitch, he's asking you for your weight, of course it's necessary. You dumbass. Getting weighed is very triggering for me, and so I'll pass. Yeah, that you're so overweight and so insecure about your body that instead of working on it and trying to find a solution towards your insecurities, instead you decide to hide over this sheet of nonsense to try to justify your state of health, and that you get triggered so easily by numbers that you decide to not even see them at all. That is really, really pathetic. You know, I'm fine without being weighed today. Thanks. All of these just come off as condescending. Like, you just be straight with the doctor. Doc, I'll be honest, I'm kind of insecure about my weight. I don't really want to see the scale. I know that I'm a little bit heavy. And see, that comes off as more humble instead of sounding like a goddamn Karen. All of these sound so goddamn condescending. It's pathetic that you have to go to such condescending levels to convince your doctor you do not need to be weighed. Let's go with this other one, which I kind of agree with, but let's look at it anyway. Fitness professionals come in all shapes and sizes. We need to let go of the idea that a fitness professional is only deserving of recognition if they have a six-pack and a low body fat percentage. This I do agree with, but the issue comes when you try to put it into logistics. If somebody who wants to lose weight sees somebody who's also fat telling them about taking healthy decisions, they will be more skeptical because they don't seem like the type of person to take their own advice. So seeing somebody who literally has washboard abs, just like a very toned body, it gives them more security on the fitness professional they are with. If I go to a fitness professional that is just as fat as me, I will most likely take everything he says with a grain of salt because that is pretty much how it is. I understand the point. The issue is that most people think that way because many people that are overweight are not healthy. It is not good. So if I were to be like, hey, I want a fitness professional that is pretty muscular and has his shit together, then I would listen to him more than I would to a fat instructor. Goddamn, why is there a lot of goddamn planes here? No, that was actually a helicopter, just saw it pass by. Someone says dieting is just a matter of willpower. It is. It literally fucking is. You're trying to make it seem with a dumbass meme from like 2009 that it isn't logical. It is willpower. Willpower is limited, and it takes a lot of willpower to start doing a change. If you do not have the willpower to change for the better, you're never gonna reach anything, okay? That goes to any, even if without fitness, if you do not have the willpower to strive for what you want, then you're not gonna reach anywhere. You need to have the willpower to do it. Despite willpower being limited, is the motivation that carries you towards the beginning of a new path for your life. Yes, it is a matter of willpower, okay? I spent a long time trying to lose weight, and when I did, I had the willpower to go through with it and lose the weight in a healthy manner without harming myself, nor taking many health decisions that would actually harm me in the long run. Losing weight is a matter of willpower, and saying otherwise is kind of dumb. Sugar is not toxic. It's the body's preferred source of fuel. No, it isn't. It actually fucking isn't. No, I forgot to mention what was the actual preferred source of energy for the human body. And just a simple Google search will tell you that it's carbohydrates are the main energy source of the human diet. So saying that it's sugar, it's fucking bullshit. I bet you could look at the data that we're literally eating more sugar in a single day than our ancestors probably did in like a month. Okay. Most sugary food that you eat is so heavily processed, and it's made for you to eat it and gobble it up as much as you can. That's what the whole food industry is about. Just gobble it, drobble it, and put that in your stomachy. I just can't believe I just referenced the Cardi B song in a video. Being fat is normal by Lizzo. A woman so large that a jet ski that she got on barely fucking moved.
Hi, bitch!
I know I'm sounding mean. I know I'm sounding mean. But holy fuck, it's just funny. It's just, being fat is normal. Yeah, it's so normal that your jet ski could barely move you throughout the ocean. Like, for real. It would move faster than the jet ski if you literally swam. I bet $100 on that. So, Lizzo saying that being fat is normal is a literal big fat lie, okay? Like, it really? One of the fattest artists out there literally saying that it's normal? No, it isn't. Look at the percentage of fat people in the US. There's a lot of fat people, but it's not normal. It's unhealthy and harmful towards the population being unhealthy. And you saying it's normal, it's gonna kill people because being obese kills. It's the #1 leading cause of preventable deaths in the US alone. Dieting is the most accepted and praised form of self-harm. Read that again. I'm not. The literal mediocrity of this is going to make me bust a vein of pure cringe because this is idiotic. Dieting is the most accepted and praised form of self-harm? What? Are you bulimic? Unless you're literally shoving down your arm entirely down your throat until it reaches your goddamn intestines, then yes, it is harmful to diet that way. But there's many ways you can diet without literally harming yourself. What? Have you gone to the dark web for most effective ways of dieting? Do you shove an entire fucking tapeworm on your stomach so you lose weight? Because yes, that is self-harm. But no, dieting is not a form of self-harm at all. It's striving to be healthy. Really, if you have a very unhealthy body, and dieting is going to help you be better and to reach the body that you consider to be the ideal body, then go for it. Saying that you're literally harming yourself for wanting to do better is such a low fucking blow to try to convince people in your stupid narrative. Oh my god, I detest this one. Lie. Anyone can lose weight and have a perfect body if they try. When they mean perfect body, they mean thin bodies. Truth. Weight loss diets don't work long term and it's not your fault. That is a fucking lie. Where are your sources? Nowhere throughout your entire Instagram account, HAES, can you find sources, and the link that is in your fucking link tree has no sources at all. I literally had to go knee deep into Google trying to find this article, and I found absolutely nothing that said anything regarding that. I only found a single article that said that diets don't work, but I found hundreds of more articles that said that they actually work. And here's one article which says no, 95% of people don't fail their diet. So I'm going to put it down in the description below so you guys can read it too, because it's very funny how they use one single article to prove their entire point, but yet I can find, if not hundreds of articles that prove my point, because their points are so outlandish and idiotic that they cannot be held up by data at all, except many fat activists having very biased points of views, saying that your truth is supposedly the truth when it fucking isn't, when holding it against the data. And when it comes to diets, sometimes they don't work in the long term. Of course, you have to adapt with time. It all depends to your body. There's hundreds of diets that can accommodate to your body type. Saying that anyone can lose weight and have a perfect body if they try is a lie, which, by the way, when they mean perfect body, it's being skinny. It just comes off as a person who literally is as insecure as a fucking snail. At the moment you try to touch it, it just curves inside of its fucking hole, instead of its shell, because of how insecure it is. Weight loss diets are a scam. No, if you mean weight loss pills are a scam, that is completely true. They are all fucking scams. They don't work for shit. But saying that weight loss diets are a scam is just very fucking disrespectful to people that literally make these diets according to every individual bodies. Like, I've seen people online literally go out of their ways to make proper diets for people that are like losing weight currently that might work for them. People that take their time to talk with people and understand them. This just comes off as very fucking disrespectful. Like, what, you failed at a single diet and now all of them are scams? Because the people that say that no diets work are people that have tried like 2 diets and none of them worked. Instead of looking forward and trying to better themselves, they just give up halfway through the fucking journey. You do not need to play small or be small for the comfort of other humans. This I totally agree with. Like 100%. Like, yeah, of course. This is fucking logic. You literally don't have to accommodate your body to make other people comfortable. No matter your weight, whether you're fat, whether you're muscular, whether you're skinny, whether you're anything. Of course, anybody agrees with this. The problem that I have with this is that it goes from one end to another. Like, what fucking is it? Your points are confusing. Here's another one. BMI is not a good indicator of health. Oh boy. The caption has a very dumb reason, but I'm not gonna read it. It's just more moronic shit. But what I'm gonna say is this: BMI is not a good indicator of health. I kind of agree with it, but it also tells you how at risk you are for different diseases, which are the ones that I showed at the beginning, which are plentiful. The higher your weight is, the more at risk you are. You cannot be 5'5", weighing 300 pounds, over 300 pounds, and be healthy. You are morbidly obese. Unless you're Kyriakos Grizzly, that man's a fucking beast, by the way. Unless you're Kyriakos Grizzly, you cannot be 5'5" and 300 pounds and be healthy. And if your BMI says that you're morbidly obese, of course, BMIs are not exactly 100%, but they are the closest thing to indicate how fat you are. So when it comes to this, it's just fucking stupid. It's mainly just you're trying to downplay this thing, the BMI, and trying to make it seem as if it was a scam. Like, what you're trying to portray that being fat at every size is healthy, because they don't claim that being skinny at every size is healthy. No, they claim being fat, because you nowhere in the entire fucking thing do you find anything pro skinny. Because the people that run these accounts are fat activists that hate skinny people and hate diet culture. And that's all I gotta say. You know, for the people that are currently losing weight, hey, keep going. I know you can do it. It takes a long time. There's gonna be ups and downs. I know myself. I've gone through my ups and downs. It's effort that you have to put into it. Don't use steroids. Don't do drugs. That's a better one. No specification. With that said, you guys can follow me on Twitter. I'll start being more active over there. in the following weeks, since I'm planning on making much more versatile content, much more expanded content besides just commentary. So you can go to Twitter and I'll be updating you guys on future projects there. You can also follow me on Instagram. There I usually update whenever a new video is uploaded if you don't get the notification. And I also upload memes a lot along with my friend Jeremiah. So if you want to see them memes, follow me on Instagram. Link for those two, for Twitter and Instagram, will be in the description below. Thank you guys for being here with me. I'm going to link the HAES Diets Don't Work HAES Instagram account in the description below if you want to see the amount of bullshit that there is. And with that said, I appreciate you guys staying here with me and listening to me tear apart this shitty account that advocates for dumb shit 24/7. And bye.